I just got off the phone with a dear friend of mine, a tennis aficionado. And I was telling him to be spontaneous. He's playing 50 years. I said, you can't worry about technique. The ball's already by you. It's over. The ball's coming by 100 miles an hour. You can't think of your left toe. You can't think of your left heel. You're lucky just to catch the ball. And a spontaneous reaction from all your experience and your whole life going into this and being aware there and reacting. And that's the high level of tennis and Aikido and all these levels, all these endeavors, is to be spontaneous. And quite frankly, you were born that way. You're born with the Torah within you. A spontaneous reaction from all your experience and what you do at that particular time. You can't carry a Shulchan Aruch around. You can't carry books. You have to act in the present moment. And this whole idea of spontaneity is that there's a level even before that you know what's going to happen. Muhammad Ali used to say that before the punch landed on his chin moved. There's a sensation, there's an instinct that nothing really lands completely square, even when you don't see the punch. There's something that moves. There's an instinct. Now you're being talked to by God, nature, Allah, Hashem, Jesus, but whoever you're being talked to all the time. You always were. You get it in the womb like that. This is what it means by being alive down here in the physical plane. You know, you're given language. Everybody speaks language. You don't have to go to school to speak a language. You may have to learn how to read in school, or being taught it, but nobody learns how to speak a language. It comes natural. You know. And so this is what you're down here is a physical manifestation of all these planes of activity. You know, I'm passing a water station here while I'm giving this. Let me take a sip of water. You know, that's the old story. Drink when thirsty, sleep when tired. You know? That's a true Judaism. You don't have to like check a book to tell me you're hungry. You know? Sit there debating points with your study partner for a Torah that was given to you in the womb? Or recognize it. And this is the same thing. It's the same thing I told the guy, when do you pass and when do you recognize and when do you stop psychoanalysis? They say after 12 years you realize that the analyst can't help you. And what's the great secret with the Lacanian pass? You know the pass, that's how a Lacanian became a therapist. When the student decides, can't confer it on somebody else. When the student decides he's ready, and here I am, an old man, I'm telling the same thing to the other guy, waiting in the entire, circle, in the drive, perpetually waiting for someone to come up to me, waiting. See? I'm not enough on my own. I need somebody to acknowledge it, and that comes from school. That comes from my education. So I was ruined. It took me a lifetime out, so that's part of my entire process here. I'm trying to tell you, save yourself. Get the hell out of the education world. If you have kids, don't make them sit in the classroom. You know, and especially in a what do you call it? Male and female classroom. What are they called? Mixed. Oh, they try to keep you from it, and they do. You were born into it. You know, I was born a native New Yorker. These other people have to like come here. They dream to come here, and then they come here. I was born here. I have a sixth sense about. I was born in the village. You know, I have a sixth sense about certain things down there. Drugs, homosexuality. You know, liberals. I have a sixth sense. This is like somebody who's born into a religious family, you know, and you know, a rabbi's family. It's my sense. So my religion is the religion of New York. I'm definitely of a Jewish point of view, but an intuitive, a natural Judaism. You know, without the synagogue. Some of the things here. The natural self, going back to one's natural roots. Oh, well, how sad. How sad. Time flies. There's no time left. Time flies. And that's the way they structure it. You know? They put you in a marriage thing with a woman for 50 years. They put you in an environment that's not a marriage environment. And then they put you in for a marriage for 50 years when nobody's been doing it. The entire thing of this is off. Especially in the city. I think the marriage thing was for the country, you know, for the agricultural world, you know, for a fixed life. But it's not that, you know. So I told this guy, when are you going to be ready to do it naturally? And well, the answer really is I'm speaking to myself, and which I am. When am I going to be ready to do it? And that's the secret. We'll see. It'd be funny if I did, though.